AT3 Group Dynamics Evaluation. This assignment is an evaluation of a 6-week netball tournament. For this task, my class took part in 4 rounds of netball. Our teacher had split us into 3 teams at random, and we were now all competing against one another. The teams were given the task of deciding which members would become different coaches. These ranged from motivation coach, tactical coach, and technical coach. Most teams had different ways to choose their coaches, but my team, the Gals, decided this by seeing who had the most knowledge on the sport, or sport in general. As seen in this figure, figure 1, my team had created a table of questions such as, what is your knowledge of team sports, your knowledge of netball, strengths, weaknesses, and what type of learner you are. From this, we were able to determine that Jess was our best bet for tactical coach, as she would be in charge of most of our training sessions and she knew the most about netball. Kai was our next tactical coach due to his sport experience, Mitchell was our technical coach due to him having an abundance of sporting experience as well, and Seth was given the role of motivational coach, same as I, due to our limited experience with netball. As a team, we came to a decision to make a group chat as seen in figure 2, to keep each other up to date with times of games, training, and to make sure we were completing any evidence the other team members needed. In this figure, figure 3, you can see our team communicating and collaborating at our table, deciding our coaching roles, team name, colour, and mascot. From this, we decided our team colour to be black, as it's an easy colour to find clothing for. Our mascot was a polar bear, even though it didn't make an appearance, and our name was the Gals. Our aim for this group task was to win, because we all had sporting backgrounds, to have fun, and work as best as we could as a team. As being one of 2 motivational coaches, our role was to help drive the team forward no matter the circumstances. If our team had differing opinions or beliefs, we helped balance this out and ensure we stayed as a team the whole way through the 6-week process. Due to the circumstances of the COVID-19 lockdown, we had to partake in online classes. During these classes, we would break into our separate teams to update each other on what we had been doing and how we were tracking with our work. As a motivational coach, I searched the internet to see if there were any team bonding surveys or activities we could compete in order to understand each other more. From this, I had found a learning survey that asked questions on how people preferred to be taught and what kind of learner they were, as seen in figure 4. When completed, it gave them a score out of 20 on different criteria for learning, and this helped me and the other motivational coach to narrow down what would help our teammates best. Before we could identify what improvements had to be made, raw data was collected from our first round of games. In figure 5, data was collected in a document to analyse our body language, our positive and negative talk on the court, and whether we were playing as a team or individuals. After collecting this data, my motivational coach and I found that when winning we were quite positive on the court, and very talkative, but as we started losing, it negatively impacted the team's motivation. We found that the team dropped their heads and became quieter. The atmosphere we had created in the first game had completely dropped in the second. Because of this, we started to lose more and the team's communication lowered. In this video footage from our second game, it is evident that when the opposing team scored goals, our heads and shoulders started to lower. The changes in body language indicated that the team was no longer motivated and began to crumble. As you can see in this clip here, Campbell has received the ball. He shoots, he scores, Kai turns, walks away, Jess, limp arms, low body language. For the next game, I wanted to implement positive communication throughout the game and to have more impactful halftime talks to rep the team up. I wanted our team to be more comfortable with the fact of us being a couple goals down. As long as we were only a few down, we could always boost ourselves back up. I wanted to reduce the anxiety of performing by doing anything I could, from clapping every time we scored and just keeping the communication up. I would compliment players on good plays whether positively impacting them when things go wrong. For example, bad luck or good try. In our first training session, my motivational coach and I simply just wanted positive talk. No negative talk, no putting each other down, and above all, have as much fun as we can. Due to our hard loss, I knew that our team morale would be low, so incorporating some laughs and jokes within our training sessions was a sure way to increase our optimal arousal for the sport, as it was fun to be together as a team. As seen in this figure, figure 6, this was our plan for the training lesson. When reflecting on our training session, the evidence found in figure 7, this figure here, suggests that the positive talk helped all players enjoy the training session. In this table, everyone rated the implementation of the positive talk higher than 4 out of 5, therefore the strategy had worked, making everyone's morale for the training session higher. If I were to do this again, I would have gotten more evidence of this result, as this single table isn't enough evidence to analyse to get a clear result. After our second round of netball, we had used the same data collection sheets as our first game seen in figure 8. This was used effectively to analyse if the strategy I had implemented worked. In the data shown, we were quieter on the court but seemed more focused, as this was our second game and we all had more knowledge. Therefore, we were much more focused on winning. We were all motivated to play as shown in the data, but there wasn't much talk on the court as previously stated, although when there was positive talk, also seen in the data. Our team was playing together as one as I wanted, but there was an outlier, which was Kai. This was a factor that did not hugely impact the play, as it was a product of his own behaviour and it was not projected to the rest of the team. Therefore, my strategy was effective but concluded slightly mixed results. After analysing our data from round 2, the other motivation coach and I concluded that it was time for something different to help motivate our team, this being positive self-talk. The way we were going to implement this was by writing a small message on our hands saying heads up, or head up. This message was written on everyone's hands, so when they were feeling down about the game, it was a message that would lift their spirits by signifying the team. But due to this not being my original idea, I did not collect any data for this round. Figure 9 demonstrates how this was conducted. After our third round of netball, I thought it was time to try another new strategy. Therefore, I wanted to try a crowd strategy. The way I would have gone about this would be by getting a class to spectate us and wear our team colours and boo every time the other team scored, and cheer every time we did. Unfortunately, I didn't get my request in on time, and so instead of this strategy, I implemented music. This included me bringing a speaker with me to game day, and I'd play music as we warmed up. I thought this would help more getting us revved up for the game, as I could play any song a team member wanted. A downside to this was that we didn't have too long to warm up, and therefore not everyone got their song. But a way to improve this was by making a team come to a decision on a song before we started our warm-up. The speaker I used was a UE Boom 3, as seen in Figure 10, and this speaker produced more than enough sound to increase our motivation before the game. At the end of our game, I produced a table and asked everyone in my team if the music increased their optimal arousal for the game, and rated it out of 5. As seen in this figure, Figure 11, everyone had agreed that it did increase their optimal arousal for the game except for one team member, this being Jess, and all of them rated a 3 out of 5 or higher. Therefore, my strategy for this game had worked, and from our results, they were hard-fought games. It is evident that the music helped the team bond more, especially because it was the last round of our tournament. This showed on the court by winning our first game but sadly losing our last. The implementation of music to round 4 can be used as an effective strategy when motivating a team, but after the analysis I found that music cannot be beneficial for all the players in a team. In conclusion, all strategies that were implemented in the team play have been apparent to motivate my team over the course of the 6-week tournament. The impact of my motivation techniques helped my team gain a second place. My team demonstrated an upbeat attitude towards most games, they were excited to play, and I encouraged all my players. My strategies positively impacted the team, and although not all players kept an optimistic mindset after a loss, I believe that all the skills and strategies I provided as a motivational coach were beneficial to our team's success.